It is potentially airdrop time over on SUI. I'm going to show you an aggregator that could potentially take over all of SUI. Let's dive in. This is 7k.ag. They do not have a token yet. They've got a points system to accrue points via an NFT, which could potentially give you a token. Now, if you're familiar with Jupiter over on Solana, you can definitely see that there is definitely some money to be made out of this. Plus, it's a fantastic app, similar to Jupiter. It's fantastic, so you want to use it anyway. Let's dive in. 7k.ag is a website. We've got 3 different options here, similar to Jupe: swap, limit, and DCA. We'll go over those. And it is an aggregator. There's a couple of other modes. We'll go over them shortly. So we'll come up and connect our wallet. I'm going to connect my SUI wallet, but you can connect whatever wallet you're using. And the swap function is very, very simple. Toggle this in the middle to change whatever it is we want. We've got other tokens in here. I've got some original WUSDC. Maybe I want to go and swap this into some SUI tokens. We've got our slippage setting up here. So maybe setting it custom, but you like to 0.5, but you can make it bigger if it's a meme coin play or something like that, and go ahead and swap. Click the swap button, and then we'll go and approve the transaction. It will go through multiple different routes, whatever gives you the best. But if you want to specifically find only a couple of dApps that it was going to go through, come down to the settings down here, and then come up to the top here. You can see customize routing. Just toggle that on and toggle off what you don't want to actually be part of it. Maybe you only want to use Bluefin, Deepbook, and Krea. If so, so be it. There's a couple of other things as well that you may want to use, like RPC endpoints. If you're having issues, you may want to flick over to a different one. Basically, pretty similar to Jupiter and Solana, to be honest. The next option we'll go to is limit. We've got some WUSDC. Maybe we want to go and put in, like, say, $100 if the price drops down like considerably. So like if it drops down to like $2.05, which you can see is 15% less, then we'll go and buy $100. This has a 7-day expiry. We'd approve that and it would go down to open orders. Or we could keep this going longer. Maybe we think it'll go down later. You can't really time, you can't catch knives, you can't time bottoms, you can't time tops, but you can do it like this if you want to try and, catch a different level of support. We could also go and flick these two. I'll change this back to normal USDC. And maybe we want to go and take 10 SUI, flick this over. And when it reaches, say, $13, which may happen this cycle, may not, we set our expiry. Maximum is 90 days. We can go the custom setting if we want like 88 days, 6 hours and 15 minutes or whatever it is we want. But 90 days is the max, and then we can place order. And this will be definitely in profit. Of course, it will sit there until it's actually ready to fire. Now, one good thing is there are a couple of bugs when placing these limit orders. I say good thing is because that's how you know you're in something quite early. I've had a little bit of issue here with these going through, which is a little bit frustrating, but if you try again, it will work. This one's just for 30 days. I don't think we're going to go to $13 in 30 days, but I'm just showing you how it looks. Then down below here, we can see our open orders. These are our open orders. And if we want to go ahead and cancel it, we click on it. Yes, I want to cancel. We can cancel that. We've got this other option down here, which is Pro Mode. Check it out if you want to see a chart, add some indicators, try and work out, where is the actual level of support. I mean, this is on the 1 hour chart. And maybe we can flick it over to 4 hours. We won't go too in depth here, but you may want to think, if we get down to like a wick around $2.03, that's when I want to buy, in which case you can do that. Our next option is DCA. DCA is a great way to enter into a position that you're bullish on. If you're bullish on a meme coin over here, if you're bullish on Blue or Send or whatever it may be, you can do so like this. We're going to take $250. We want to buy SUI. We want to buy it maybe like every hour. And we've got minimum prices and maximum prices, which I think is good. I don't want to spend over $4, and minimum, I'm quite fine with anything. However, minimum is really good if you want to buy a meme coin. You think, okay, this has longevity until it reaches this level. If it doesn't actually rebound from this level, well, then I don't want to buy anymore because you think it's gone and finished. We're going to do this over, say, 100 orders, but we do have a minimal amount of $5. So that's just keeping that in mind. So we can do a maximum of 50 orders here. And if we tried 51, we can see that. So that's just something to keep in mind. We'll go ahead and confirm. And this is going to be kind of escrowing the crypto, and it'll be going ahead similar to Jupiter and buying once every hour over the next 50 orders. So that's pretty similar to Jupiter. It's pretty similar to many aggregators out there, but it's working on SUI. It's finding the best prices, which is perfect for you. They also do have a referral system. So I'll have my referral code below, and make sure you click on that, sign up using that. And then of course you can go ahead and give that referral code or your own to a friend by all means. We've also got some drops down here, which I'll go over shortly. You click on use drops to mint NFT, and I do not have enough right now, but there's different NFT levels here. The more drops you can get, the better. Keep in mind though, if we have a look at the leaderboard, you're going to see that the people with a whole lot of drops, they have a very, very decent amount in volume. And we don't know what these are going to be worth because at present, there's no monetization on 7k.ag. There may be monetization in some forms, but nothing like Jupiter. However, all those fee switches can be turned on once there's enough people actually using it. So that's how you use that. Obviously, the goal is get as much swapping volume as you can, but keep in mind that you don't just want to swap for the sake of swapping because you're going to lose out to slippage and trading fees and all that sort of stuff. But if you are wanting to buy something, if you can buy it low and sell it a little bit higher, if you know a little bit of TA, if you've got a solution, if you can try and get a little bit of volume accrued, that could be pretty damn decent. And then you can go and mint that NFT. The other thing I'll show you is Fun. Fun is kind of like Pump.fun. It's a meme coin launcher. You go ahead and you connect your wallet. And if you put volume through this, you get more drops. But of course, there's a whole lot more risk here. They've got a couple of different settings, which are very, very clever though. If you are going to go and create your own token, you've got a couple of settings with regards to the lock. So if you go here, put in all the tickers, trust me, bro, it means that coins bought with the first 10% of SUI. If we have a look here, you can see, trust me, bro, coins bought with the first 10% of SUI will be locked for 3 days. And trust me, 3,000, 30% of the SUI, the 50% of the supply will be locked for 3 days. You come back here and you can see this here. Trust me, bro. And I believe it is locked for 3 days. It looks kind of fun. It's meme coinery. There's not a whole lot of graduating tokens. So, you know, just be mindful of that. I'm more keen on just SUI buying low, selling a little bit higher, buying low, selling a little bit higher, having a look at some ecosystem coins in general. But you do want to get some volume through here if at all possible. Now, the next thing I want to show you is the volume that's actually doing. This is via DeFi Llama. So you can see the 24-hour volume is like 36 million. And then if you look at weekly, it's pretty sizable. Monthly, it's right up there, around about 1 billion at times. And cumulatively, it has been growing and growing, especially in the new year, to be perfectly honest. Now, if we have a look at their Twitter, worth a follow for sure. They're giving away some droplet NFTs, which could be worth something pretty decent if they manage to monetize and create quite a bit of hype around their protocol, which is certainly worthwhile. Interestingly, they do have the gold tick, but they don't have any affiliates. So I can't actually see who's in the team. I'll go over that in a second. Now, if you want more information on 7K Fun, then you can read this. It's all the way from November 22nd. Hasn't achieved the same kind of success or even anywhere near it as Pump.fun, but it's still, you know, something that has product market fit for sure. And if you want more information to read up on the droplet NFTs for an adventure of a lifetime, have a read through this. This is a month old. You've got different tiers, and you definitely want to get on it. You can also go and buy the actual NFTs itself. It shows how many drops are needed. This is all the information. Have a read when you're keen. Finally, regarding the team, it's created by Seal Labs, but I just don't know who these people are. All I've found thus far, just to be transparent, is they have 20 associated members. They seem to be all in Vietnam, but Seal Labs says it's a Singaporean company or startup, but there's nothing about like who they actually are. Who are these people? I just can't see that. So just letting you know. That's not a red flag to me. This is quite often the case in crypto, but just putting it out there. Anyway, that's 7K Aggregator. I think it's worth getting into. I hope you get a nice, decent airdrop. But in general, this is going to save you when you're trying to find the best route to get your SUI tokens regardless. SUI tokens or anything on the SUI network. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe and check out these other 2 SUI videos over here.